I'm holding on your rope, got me 10 feet off the ground. And I'm hearing what you say, but I just can't make a sound. You tell me that you need me, then you go and cut me down. But wait, you tell me that you're sorry, did I think I'd turn around and say that it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. But take another chance, take a float, take a shot for you. And I need you like your heart needs a beat. That's nothing new. Yeah, I loved you with the fire red, now it's turning blue. And you say sorry like an angel, heaven let me think was you. But I'm afraid it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. Take another chance, take a float, take a shot for you. And I need you like your heart needs a beat. That's nothing new. Yeah.
I love you with the fire red, now it's turning blue. And you say, sorry like an angel, you let me think was you. But I'm afraid. Shadow to my light, did you feel lost? Another star, you fade away, afraid wanna see us alive. Where are you now? Where are you now? Under the bright with faded lights, you set my heart on fire. Where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? Planets under the sea, under the sea. Where are you now? Another dream. The monsters running wild inside of me. Faded. So lost, I'm faded. So lost, I'm faded. The shallow waters now I'm not what I needed. I'm letting go, a deeper dive, eternal silence of the sea. I'm breathing alive. Where are you now? Was it all in my fantasy? Where are you now? Were you only imaginary? Was it all in my fantasy? Fantasy. Was it all in my fantasy? Fantasy. Was it all in my fantasy? Where are you now? Planets under the sea, under the sea. Where are you now? Another dream. The monsters running wild inside of me. I'm faded. So lost, I'm faded. I'm faded. So lost, I'm faded.
Prisoners of war, me and you, and our baggage, pieces that we lost, like a cross that we carry. But even though it's years ago, you're still inside my mind. You should know that, like a glow so beautiful, it takes me back in time to what we had. So when I close my eyes, it's just like you're by my side, and I can hold you like it was the first time. Even if I only get to see you in my mind, it's not over. This is not a last goodbye, because I love you like the first time. Even if I only get to see you in my mind, it's not over. This is not a last goodbye, because I love you like the first time. These revolving doors we go through leave us damaged. We were so in love, me and you, but we panicked. We talk on the telephone and you act like you're fine. It's just a mask, 'cause I can hear it in your voice. A part of you is still mine, so let's go back. So when you close your eyes, pretend that I'm by your side, and I will hold you like it was the first time. Even if you only get to see me in your mind, you should know that this is not a last goodbye, because I love you like
far away. So far away.
It's breaking me, I'm losing you. We were far from perfect, but we were worth it. Too many fights and we cried but never said we're sorry. Stop saying you love me, you're calling me now, but I can't pick up. The shadows too close and I'm still in love. The summer's over now, but somehow it still breaks my heart. We could have had the start.
Oh, love, how I miss you every single day when I see you on those streets. Oh, love, tell me there's a river I could swim that will bring you back to me. 'Cause I don't know how to love someone else. I don't know how to forget your face. No, love, gotta miss you every single day and night. So far away. So far away.
I don't know how to love someone else. I don't know how to forget your face. Oh love, gotta miss you every single day when you're so far away.
Cause if tomorrow brings something good, tonight I do it all for love. I do it all for love. If you want it, I know I could. Tonight I do it all for love. I do it all for love. Try to leave, try to fight all the things inside my mind, but we will stay together. I'll try to push, try to part, try to break us from the start, but I'll be yours forever. Oh, I will follow you through the dark, through it all, and nothing I can do. Honey, I'm set on you. 'Cause if tomorrow brings something good, tonight I do it all for love. I do it all for love. If you want it, I know I could. Tonight I do it all for love. I do it all for love. I'll get it out, find a way, make you feel like you can stay. I should've known better. Need your touch now and then when it all comes back again. I know better. Oh, I will follow you through the dark, through it all. Oh, there's nothing I can do. Honey, I'm set on you. 'Cause if tomorrow brings something good, tonight I do it all for love. I do it all for love. If you want it, I know I
Hello and welcome to the second or third Founders Cup, hosted by Black Lake Quidditch Association and Cracked Media. With me, as always, is fellow commentator and fellow Dumbledore, Cleet. Hello, Cleet.
Hello, Warbeard. Happy to be here for another Founders Cup here today between the houses.
Yes, it's always a good time. We've had some lineup instability, we'll say, this morning leading up to this, but we have gotten it where everyone has a nice rounded out team, so everyone will be able to participate to their full potential today. We're working with what we got. Yeah, and I'm really excited to see what happens today.
Absolutely, absolutely. If there's anything the Quidditch community has demonstrated, it is resilience and making sure that we are able to play Quidditch one way or another. So I'm glad to see the teams were able to come together and get full teams ready for us to watch some Quidditch today.
Exactly. So a couple things to mention today during the tournament. Any non-tournament games, so games you play out in the wild, we'll say, are worth double house points when you post them today. Another thing to look out for, people watching, pay attention to who's making the craziest plays, being the best teammate, maybe just being the vibe of the team. Just keep an eye out. We're going to be doing a little MVP vote today. A little bonus will be given to the MVP of the tournament, and that's for any house, not necessarily even the house that wins. So, yeah, we'll do a little vote once the tournament closes, and we will be announcing the Founders Cup MVP, the first ever. Probably later tonight or tomorrow at some point, we'll close that vote, and yeah.
Awesome. Now, as far as structure today, just so everyone knows, we are going to do 3 rounds of a round robin between the 4 houses. So we obviously are not going to be able to stream every single game. We will have some happening simultaneously, but each house will go against each other house to then ultimately work their way through this bracket tournament here.
Yes, and then we finish off the top 2 houses. We'll go for a best of 3 to see who wins. Any point discrepancies, like if there's a tie for third and fourth, obviously we'll play a game out. We'll make sure the standings are as accurate as they can possibly be. But the main attraction is the final showdown, best of 3 between the top 2 houses.
Absolutely. Now, do we have full rosters for the teams? Do we have those that we're able to start talking about the teams that we'll be seeing today?
So let me bring up my little list here.
While Warbeard does that, I am pretty sure our very first game is going to be between Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw. That is largely because that is the perspectives that we have. So this is shout out to all the Quidditch players out there watching right now. If you are playing in the tournament today, we did send out a link so that you can get your perspective to us. Definitely reach out if you have any questions about how to get that in here. But we would love to show as many different perspectives as we can, especially from all the different houses.
Yes, for sure.
So
I actually have. You said it was Hufflepuff versus Ravenclaw first, so we'll start with those two. On
perfect.
Team Hufflepuff today, we have, and sorry if I'm mispronouncing this, Aina, Ainah, Aina, I believe. We have Chad as my dad, who I think will be displayed as Matt Geiger for some people, just to clear that up. We have Kalu, also known as Lukesis. We have Lyshir or Rishi. We have Lena, RKH, Madlove, Inspiration, Katie, Scourge, Siegfried, Lightborn, and Zayuni for Team Hufflepuff today.
Lots of Hufflepuffs showing up today.
Yes,
for sure.
Hufflepuff is showing out. No bias on my part, but watch out. No. And Team Ravenclaw. This team had a bit of struggles with some last minute dropouts. Scheduling is tricky for these, so no hard feelings to anyone who ended up not being able to show up. But today for Team Hufflepuff, or for Team Ravenclaw, apologies, we have Avada, Robbo the Amazing, or just Robbo as most people know him, Smart Bean, Teddy Reddy, Mooney, and Shade from Slytherin has graciously offered to fill in last minute for Ravenclaw on keeper because they didn't have one. They are the most short-staffed today, but and I should also say Claire. I apologize. Claire's in there too.
Fantastic.
Claire
People
Fetty.
are
I
clearly
apologize.
listening out there, as I just had about 4 people share their perspective with me. So that is great. Thank you all. I
We love
appreciate
to
it.
see it.
I'm gonna get you loaded in here so that we can try and get some screen time for anyone who's sharing. No promises, obviously, but I will do my best to get you in here. Awesome. And do you have the Gryffindor and Slytherin lineups as well while we wait for the teams to get ready?
Yes, I can do that. So
Perfect.
on Team Gryffindor, another one that had a pretty decent turnout. We have Warden, fellow Dumbledore extraordinaire. We have another fellow Dumbledore Cleat with Dynamite Cop. We also have Harry Pothead, Disc Jockey, Saffron J, Sweet Savvy, the OTP, and Neo. So some pretty stiff competition there for the other houses, to be sure. And finally, Team
Fantastic.
Slytherin. Team Slytherin today is Cardi, Angel, Chris DeGoat, Glass, Life Size Midge, Prophecy, and Shoni. So there's another very stacked team. Groovy is also in there, but she's also being very helpful and kind of working background for us. So she'll be in and out, is my understanding, but she is also on the roster there. And yes, that is our participants for today for the Founders Cup. Some strong players, to be sure.
Absolutely love to see it. And then can you give us a bit of a reminder? Where are we coming from last tournament? I know Gryffindor won the first tournament, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm drawing a blank. Was it Slytherin last tournament?
Yes, Slytherin won the second Founders Cup, so they are title defending the title defending team this time around. So they got their work cut out for them. But I think this is going to be a very strong batch of games we're going to see today for sure.
Awesome. And just to kind of list off some perspectives, give some shout outs here. We had Avada come in for Ravenclaw with a perspective. We'll see, I'm assuming, some beater play there from Avada. And then Lukey, as well as who we have for Hufflepuff? Sorry, Lukey. We've got Chad, Lena, and Lukey sharing their perspective right now from Team Hufflepuff as well. Probably a lot of chaser play in there as well. I believe is Lena keeper. Is that correct? Am I making that up?
Yes, that's their main. My understanding,
Perfect.
that's their main. I would bet serious money that Avada's playing beater.
Yeah, yeah. I
uh,
think that is probably where we'll end up. You never know. Sometimes we get some
you never.
curveballs,
Yeah,
but
it's true. That is fair, but I'd
yeah.
yeah, I'd bet money confidently that she's playing beaters today.
So and Ravenclaw, while they were short-staffed with their team, they are coming in with the perspective. So much appreciation to the Ravenclaw team for getting those to me. I have to make some on the spot because I don't even have enough slots to fill in everything we've got with you. So yeah, shout outs to those perspectives as well. The Ravenclaw ones that just flew in here. We've got Shade sharing perspective, most likely keeping there for the Ravenclaws. Teddy Reddy, very, very competent chaser here. Claire Fetty, and I am not sure whose perspective this is yet because they are making adjustments to their hairstyle. So we will find out who that is once they're done with that. Oh, there we go. There's a flip back. Thank you, Osiris. All right, go back to fixing your hair if you want. Um, awesome. Now, as far as the head-to-head matches today, looking through those players, obviously we've had a lot of people playing in Q6 lately. League 7 matches have been kicking up as well. Any specific players coming out today that you're excited to see?
I mean, where to start, really? I mean, some of these have played. Some of these people have played in every single Founders Cup together, so there's a bit of team dynamic already there. But there's also a lot of new additions to every team this season. I think, or this season. This season. I think there's new additions. We've had a small influx of new members to the Black Lake server as of late, so I think that's we're seeing that with some of the new people. I mean, obviously, I'm very excited to see the Gryffindors because our teammates, two of our fellow Dumbledores, are on there. But I
Definitely.
mean, you have pair ups from other teams like Saffron and OTP play together on RQC. You have NKD. No, she doesn't have teammates on there, but like you have a couple of different. And if they don't play L7 together, they play Q6 together on the regular. So there's a lot of team
Yeah.
chemistry here. And yes, I am starting to get messages from people. They're getting antsy to get started. So I think we will say Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw are good to go. If any of you are listening,
Let's
I'm
do
going to
it.
drop
Yep.
you a little DM here. And yeah, we can get the first game started, which I believe we said was Hufflepuff versus Ravenclaw.
Absolutely.
And
Yep,
then
let me get
Slytherin and
that.
Gryffindor can also start.
All right, we're gonna start with the perspective. Who are we gonna pull here? Let's start with our keepers. We'll go ahead and get Lena and Shade, or who I'm gonna kind of load up here to get us started. We'll be able to watch that kickoff from the keeper perspective then when they do load in here. Um, does look like they are partied up. So we've got Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff all partied up. They are picking their positions, so we should be loading into the game here shortly. Just a reminder, this is a game of one. So a lot of times there are best of threes that are happening for these tournaments, but this will just be best of one for these first few rounds, just to make sure we're not here all day. We love Quidditch, but we don't need to sit here and do it for 8 hours. So this will be a nice way to get everybody some play time, but also give somebody their some time in their day back to at the end.
Oops, sorry. I had someone just call me.
You are
1 second.
totally
Take the lead for
good.
a second there, Cleet.
Yeah, I got you. No problem. All right, so just to kind of go over some rosters, hopefully not spoiling anything for any teams. We'll start with the Ravenclaws. They are, like I said, missing some. Oh, actually, it does look like we might have some disconnect issues happening with the Ravenclaws. They dropped down to 5 players on their team right now, so we're just gonna have to wait. Not sure exactly who it was that with the disconnect. Robbo. Thank you, Claire. It is a Robbo disconnect. So hopefully we are going to get Robbo back in there. Robbo most likely is seeking for them if I had to guess. So a pretty important role there. Definitely don't want to be missing that as the Ravenclaws. On the other side, though, we do have the Hufflepuffs ready to go. So as soon as the Ravenclaws get Robbo back in their party, I think we'll be able to load into this game.
Yes, as we know, QC has some issues with connection stability, lagging, rubber banding. I mean, I could continue, but we have a couple issues, so this is just kind of par for the course. It's always a joy having to reset the game, but it is what it is at this point. I think everyone pretty much comes to expect it at this point. But
Absolutely.
yeah, as soon as everyone gets all back together, we will start this one again. Just wanted to note at this time, Slytherin and Gryffindor will be facing off in the background. We kind of have started a little policy, we'll say, where we're going to try and get everyone one casted game minimum, but we're also going to run the ones that aren't casted in the background, just to make sure, like Cleet said before, we aren't here for 2 days doing this tournament. As much as we all love QC, I think we all have stuff we got to do. So, yes, in the background, Gryffindor versus Slytherin. We will announce results when we get them. Obviously, Slytherins, Gryffindors, you're welcome to hop into the team VC there. I think at least one person on each of them is sharing their perspective. so you can always go and watch. But the main game will be casted here, but you're free to watch any game that's happening.
And I did love the mention of new players too. I have been seeing quite a bit of that. Quite a few new players actually getting into the game. So if you are listening and you're a new player, reach out to somebody on Discord. Discord's a really great place to find other people playing this game. You'll be able to find matches. Solo queuing, queuing up for the game itself is not super fruitful most of the time nowadays. So definitely feel free to reach out if you're looking to get more involved in the Quidditch community.
Yes, absolutely. We're always looking for new people. Black Lake is a nice, fun, casual environment. That's what we are aiming for. So, competitive isn't for everyone, but we hope to make Black Lake the place for everyone else, kind of thing. So, we're trying to fire up more events, more just community-based things. We have a movie night we started doing twice a week. We want to start doing game nights for other games. I should mention, we have a photo contest going on right now for post your room of requirement from Hogwarts Legacy if you play it. We have a modded and no modded category that closes when the tournament closes, and then voting will be happening for that too, and that's going to be a couple bonus house points when that's finished. Um, I'll have other things to talk about over the course of the tournament here, but yeah, we're trying to get some more things going besides just tournaments, because not everyone's into the competitive aspect of it. Some of them are just certified Harry Potter dorks, just like me, and so yeah,
Yep.
we're trying to get a little more variety going out. So yeah,
Awesome. I love it. And truly, I mean, that is what this community is. There's a mix of people who are more into the esports side of things, the competitive video gaming, and some people who are just into Harry Potter and got sucked into this game now. Just through
exactly.
that IP there. Awesome. All right. It does look like they had a let me make sure actually. Yes, T Robbo is in there. All right. So Robbo is added into the party. Um I it looks like we have one team customing and one team solo queuing. Just a heads up out there if I'm looking at this correctly. All right. Now it looks like yes. All right, perfect. I do see the Ravenclaws are what looks like loading up into a queue. And then the Hufflepuffs, hopefully, yeah, soon after we'll be joining them in there, and we will get this match going today. I am
Yeah, I'm being
supporting
distracted.
Gryffindor with my
I'm
mug
still
today.
here.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Oh yeah,
It
it's got to
always
have the
takes
house
a minute for
spirit.
these tournaments to get going. Once things get going, it's a lot more smooth. But
Mhm.
if we had some support, I'm sure it would be easier for us to get into these matches together. But that's okay. Like I said, resilience is the word of the day for Quidditch
Yes,
champions.
yes, yes.
All right, they are
The
loading
40 people that
now.
still play are very resilient. So
Exactly.
all right, we have a quick second here. We got some things around the community we can talk about. As far as I know, on MSA, Magical Sports Alliance, there is one of their minor tournaments is happening tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Make sure you go over and check that out. a bit of a smaller league, but they've been putting on tournaments for the last month or so. Had some great games over there myself, so we show some support. Go over there. I'm not sure what teams have signed up for that. They usually release that a little closer to the start time, but so that'll probably be after this is over. But just so everyone's aware, there is an MSA minor tournament. It's usually a double elim with a couple teams. But it looks like, enough about that, it looks like we are getting into a game here. Hogwarts Reign, Hufflepuff versus Ravenclaw.
Yes.
And
All right. Loading in. We are just collecting the players right now. So play has not started. Everyone is warming up. This here we have the perspective of Lena, who is playing as the Hufflepuff keeper. You do see Lena just took quite a spill there.
it's just warm up. It's all good.
Yeah, but once the keeper goes out too far, that will cause death, as Lena just experienced here live in front of us. All right, there are the Ravenclaws showing up and our Hufflepuffs. For this kickoff, let's go ahead and watch it from the keeper perspective. Quaffle is kicked, and let's see who it ends up in the hands of. It ends up in the hands of Ravenclaw, so we are going to go ahead and flip over to Ravenclaw now. Teddy Ready in possession of the Quaffle, passing it over, but misses that pass, it looks like, in the hands of the keeper, but
Oh,
back to Teddy Ready, who puts it right
my
through,
word.
making it
What a
10 to
play.
0. Teddy Ready wasting no time. As soon as that Quaffle was there by the hoop, he put it through, making it 10-0. Less than 30 seconds into the match. Lena now in possession of that Quaffle, kicks it on out to her chasers. Let's go ahead and flip on over to the chaser perspective for the Hufflepuffs here. We do have Lukey here as the chaser. It did end up in the hands of Ravenclaw again during that transition, though.
Yes, very strong intercepts from the Ravenclaws today. They have who's on there? Teddy Ready. I mean, it's almost impossible to keep hold of the Quaffle when Teddy's on the field against you. He's a madman with the steals. Frustrating in a good way, I guess. I meant it as a compliment. Very frustrating to play
Absolutely.
against, but great to play with.
And Claire put one through there for the Ravenclaws. We are looking, I'm sorry, not Claire, Osiris put one through there for the Ravenclaws, looking at Osiris's perspective right now. Chad, though, in possession of the Quaffle for the Hufflepuffs, but Claire does steal that Quaffle.
A bit of a freeze up on my end here.
All right, Osiris in possession of the Quaffle at the moment. Passing over to Claire, but it is blocked by the Hufflepuff keeper there, Shade. I'm so sorry. Not my apologies. Not Shade. That was Lena, the Hufflepuff keeper, blocking it there. We got some choppiness, so I'm going to switch perspectives here real quick just to get us over to. This is Hufflepuff Chaser right now. Chad is my dad showing up as Matt on the screen there, but this is Chad for anyone who knows him. Pulling over to the snitch game, it is quite important to note Ravenclaw's got a dominating lead on that snitch race. Plus, they've got the 30-point lead for the Quaffle. This is quite a tough match for Hufflepuff so far, as they are going to do some major catching up here in the second half of the game.
Yes, I believe it's Robbo sneaking for Ravenclaw today, and as I'm sure no one needs to be told, he is a problem on the pitch when he is out seeking. No one can be at fault for losing his snitch to Robbo.
And
Man's a
there it
menace.
is.
And there it
Snitch
is.
to Robbo as he catches it, making it 60-0. Snitch being worth 30 points brings that up. 3 Quaffle goals and a Snitch catch. That is what Ravenclaw is leading by right now. Current perspective is from the beater of Ravenclaw, Avada, who
Nevada.
just helped capitalize on that catch for the Ravenclaws.
Yeah, here's another one. Ravenclaw's just full of problems, is what I'm realizing, because Avada's another one. She's a problem. I hate playing against her. Let's just put it that way.
Absolutely.
It's just the bludgers just are heat-seeking missiles when she throws them for some reason, And maybe I'm just bad, but I feel like most people would agree with me.
And Avada, as if listening to you, just took out Scourge, the beater from the other team, from the Hufflepuffs. So we did see a fall on the side of the Hufflepuffs from their beater. That is just going to increase that snitch lead that Ravenclaw already has now, since their Seeker doesn't have that defense.
Yeah, I think Ravenclaw have something. Feel they have something to prove today. They've come so close to victory in the original incarnation of this, which was the Tournament of Houses, and both versions of the Founders Cup before. They've come so close to taking the win and just haven't gotten it yet. And
Definitely.
I think
And
I think they're trying to prove something today because this is, for lack of a better term, a dominating performance so far.
for sure. And we did see Avada with another kill on the Chaser game there. And in the background, Teddy, who I'm going to flip on over to, Chaser for Ravenclaws, put one through the hoop, now making it 70-0 in favor of Ravenclaw. Plus, they're leading on Snitch. Game only goes to 100. So with 2 minutes left, if we get this Snitch catch, that'll end the game. Or if Ravenclaw puts 3 more, Hufflepuff is going to have to pick it up. And there they go. Hufflepuff puts one through. Chad is my dad, putting a goal on the board for the Hufflepuffs. Here is Chad flying after his victorious shot there. That does get Hufflepuff on the board here in this game. Now, it's still a lot to come back from. Not necessarily impossible, but definitely difficult, especially with how much Ravenclaw is leading on that snitch game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not over yet, but they're gonna have to do some. They're gonna have to work some magic, no pun intended, to catch up
100%.
here.
Absolutely. I did switch to Lukey here, Hufflepuff Chaser. He is trying to make some work down at his own end of the pitch there. I'm going to actually flip to our Avada perspective, though, as Avada is going after trying to help Robbo seal this catch with a stun on the
Goal by
Hufflepuff
NKD in the
Seeker.
background there.
Absolutely. That puts Hufflepuff on the board with 2 now. However, their Seeker is almost dead. It looks like they are down to 1 HP. Any type of bump or hit on that Seeker will take them out of the race, and that will really, really solidify things for Hufflepuff. And there it is. Teddy Ready putting a goal in. Robbo catching that snitch, making it 120 points. We just shot up from 80 to 120 in a matter of seconds there with Teddy and Robbo catching.
Yeah, that
Man,
was
Warbeard, thoughts on that game?
I mean, first of all, as a Hufflepuff, I'll say it takes us a minute. We got to get warmed up here. So that game,
Definitely.
you never know. It's not over yet. It's just game one. The Puffs can come back. But
Absolutely.
in all seriousness, though, Ravenclaw, holy moly, what a performance! I mean, they wasted no time getting a goal in, and then kept the train rolling for the other 6 minutes and 59 seconds of the game. So
Absolutely. Very dominating performance there from the Ravenclaws. So we will have to see how that stacks up against the other teams here. I don't believe we have anything in yet about the Gryffindor and Slytherin game. I'm going to double check here to see if we've gotten anything. Just give those updates real quick. I do not see anything. So if anyone does have info on the Gryffindor Slytherin game, feel free to throw that info our way. Otherwise, though, sorry, what was that? Perfect. We are 10-0 in favor of Slytherin right now in that other match. I unfortunately don't think I have a single perspective from that game, or I would pull it up for us. But in regards to the Ravenclaw Hufflepuff game, the problem we saw, of course, is that it was a dominant game for Ravenclaw, both in the Snitch and in Quaffle. A lot of times you see, one or the other, and you'd have to try and balance it out, maybe put a little more pressure on the Seeker, etc. But the Hufflepuffs there, it looked like they were in a place where they had to come back on Quaffle, they had to come back on Snitch. Ultimately, what are you thinking for going forward? What should the Hufflepuff team make adjustments for?
I think they need to pay attention to Avada and Rabo. That's a vicious combo. They need to protect their Seeker Not saying they weren't, but I think they just need to double down on that strategy. I think that's going to be kind of the make or break it. But I mean, that chaser game from Ravenclaw was also pretty strong too. So it's going to be kind of a balancing act. They're going to have to make the right choice at the right time for when they're going to, switch from focusing chaser to focusing seeker. They're going to, yeah, it's just because the players on both teams, like both teams are absolutely stacked. So I don't think it's there's no skill diff here. It's just I think Ravenclaw just kind of got the momentum early and held on to it. But I
Yeah.
think it could just as easily go to Hufflepuff game two. We'll just have to see if Hufflepuff makes any lineup adjustments. Will be the main thing. But I think
Yeah.
this could still go either way.
Definitely, and I will say, I wanted to point out, and I just lost them. We had someone in our waiting room. I want to say it was T. Robbo, possibly. So between games, if players do want to pop into that waiting room, if we see you in there and we've got some time to fill as far as talking, we would love to chat with you. So especially anyone who has just played in that previous game, you are welcome to pop into that waiting room, and we will try and get you in here for some commentary and feedback about the game that you just played there.
Absolutely. So
Awesome.
just a little thing I want to mention here. Cracked Media, they're kind of our partner. They help us out with the production of all this. They've helped us run the Black Lake Open since we started. They do other leagues. They help out with other stuff. They have other Discord servers just like Black Lake for different games that they are partnered with. So currently, at 11 a.m. PST today, Project Luna will be hosting a Rainbow Six all-female league. They'll be streaming that on the Cracked Media official Twitch, I'm assuming, and over on their server. We will get some links up for both of those. But yeah, Crack does a lot for us, and they do a lot of things for kind of the I think it's safe to say the underground gaming community. They host a lot of tournaments. They have a podcast. They have a lot of stuff going on, and they've done a lot for this server in particular. So I mean, Jay Dodging's our man in the background helping Cleet and I produce here. So big shout out to Jay. And yeah, that's what we have. Oh, there is no game. I'm dumb. There is no game two.
That's what I thought.
Derp.
Okay, just want to make sure.
We're a little out of it today, guys. I'm not finished my coffee. I'm not thinking straight. There is no game two. There's only one game until the final. So
Yep. So that means so Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw, that was their one game. That's a win for Ravenclaw there. Um Now, as far as Slytherin and Gryffindor, I'm gonna shout out there as well. Any updates as far as what we've got, please throw them our way. Would love to hear what's going on in that Slytherin Gryffindor game, and anyone that wants to nudge any Gryffindor or Slytherin players to send their perspective our way, we'd be happy to broadcast it as well.
yep, I have confused everyone. I will just state again. Until the finals, it's only best of one. This is my bad. It's just the best of
No
one. So
worries.
Ravenclaw's taking the win over Hufflepuff. Uh, pulling up the bracket to see what the next matchups will be. We're just waiting to hear what the final score or outcome from Slytherin and Gryffindor was. Just let me find this bracket.
I will throw out again too while Warbeard does that. Any Hufflepuffs or Ravenclaws that want to pop in here and chat, please definitely feel free to jump in the waiting room. Would love to pick your brain on the game that you just went through, as well as hear your thoughts on coming up against the Gryffindor and Slytherin teams. What you're looking forward to, what you're maybe not looking forward to. So definitely feel free to pop in there.
All right, so round one was Ravenclaw took the win over Hufflepuff. Like I said, we're still waiting to hear about Gryffindor and Slytherin, but round two will be Gryffindor versus Hufflepuff and Slytherin versus Ravenclaw. Again, two very exciting matchups. I mean, I don't think there will be a single matchup that isn't going to be pretty hyped, but very excited for round two. Once we get confirmation on round 1. We will move into the next round.
We have confirmation on round 1. As
Beautiful.
long as Groovy Games is to be believed, it looks like we've got 100-10 in favor of the Slytherins against the Gryffindor team. So looked like quite another dominating performance. Obviously, we didn't get to witness the game, but those numbers sure look like Slytherin had quite a showing against the Gryffindors there. Not quite as big of a difference. So it was 110 for Slytherin versus Gryffindor and 120-20 for Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff. So almost a 100-point difference in both games. Interesting to see that this time around. I believe the games were a little bit closer the first tournament we had, and then maybe there was a little bit less this last tournament, and now the third one. Are we straying even a little bit further as far as the gap goes there?
For the round 1, yeah, I'd say so. But I mean, that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles sometimes. We'll see. Round 2 could be a completely different story. Teams have lost the first one and come back to win the second one, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely. I'm gonna pop over. Still no Gryffindor or Slytherin perspectives. So, as far as this next matchup goes, let's see what we've got. I'm gonna pull up our little bracket here. It looks like we have Gryffindor versus Hufflepuff and Slytherin versus Ravenclaw. Let's see if we have anyone lining up yet. Doesn't look like it. All right. Yep. Teams are still working on their lineups there. Um, as far as the next game goes, I guess you know what? Should we throw it to the chat? Should people choose? Do you want to see? Because I guess we could do either one. I've got the Hufflepuffs and the Ravenclaws, so at the very least, we'd have their perspective. Chat want to throw out whether they want to see Slytherin versus Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff versus Gryffindor? Maybe.
We'll take community input. I'm all for it. Let the people decide.
Reminder there that the Ravenclaws and Slytherins just won their games, so that would be the 2 winning teams from round 1, and Hufflepuff versus Gryffindor would be the 2 losing teams from round 1. If that makes a difference to anyone, feel free to throw it in the chat there. Otherwise, I'll just pick and make the executive decision at some point once we get the teams lining up, which we actually do have. Looks like Hufflepuff's getting ready, but not quite there. And Ravenclaw is not lining up either.
All right. What I do know we have some L7 games going on today. It's just on the chat where the schedule was. Let me see here.
I'm just gonna give a public shout out to Winford. I think is Winford playing. I have a Gryffindor perspective, but it is really blurry. I won't be able to cast it out there. So whichever Gryffindor we've got on here, I believe it looks like it says Winford through the blur. If you could try and reshare that, maybe.
So, L7, the schedule is no games today, but tomorrow we have quite the lineup. We got Wingardiums versus Crazy Comms, Ragtag Dragons versus Mad Mobsters, Crazy Comms versus the Rim Reapers, Nox versus Wingardians, and Hellfire Hogs versus the Killer Kelpies. Those are all happening tomorrow over on L7. So if you're having a lazy Sunday, there is Quidditch to be watched over on L7. Always good games. 2 different divisions, so we got games for both divisions over there. So, I mean, what's not to like? No
Definitely.
Dumbledore's Army games. We played last night, but I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of great teams playing though. So
More to look forward to in the future. Yeah, no, it's going to be a good weekend of Quidditch as well. I know the scheduling has been kind of craziness for everyone. But it does. Oh, I am getting some. Just a heads up to the Gryffindor team. It does look like we've got one perspective coming through a little bit better too. Um, yeah, there we go. That second one is the option. Awesome. Now as far as the League 7 goes, how many did you say we have?
we have. Let me count again here. I think it was like 6 games tomorrow. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games happening tomorrow
Dang.
over on L7. So a good day of Quidditch. I'll be at work, but I will be watching.
Definitely. Father's Day is a day for Quidditch, it turns
Yeah,
out.
yeah, exactly.
I will definitely be tuning into those games. I will have to go over and make breakfast for my dad. But after that, we do perfect. Great. Let's stop talking about my dad then. Let's get people in here to talk about Quidditch.
Smart
Dude,
Bean, hello.
Yeah, hello. Ah, yeah,
how's it going?
I'm all right. I just
Dude,
wondered where I was transported to.
Oh,
you
you've been
are
brought on to stream, my good man.
you are
Right,
being
yo.
heard by millions and millions of listeners right now. How does it
Yeah,
feel?
worldwide.
That's disturbing.
Well, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Smart Bean? Tell us who you are. Tell us what team you're playing for, what position you play.
Well, currently for Ravenclaw as a chaser, but I'm part of the Mount Mobsters for League 7, and we've got our first game coming up tomorrow.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. First game of the season for you guys. Okay.
Yes.
How
Yes.
how you feeling about that going into your first game? I know you've had some lineup changes over there on the Mobsters since season 1. Some newer players to the scene even, which is always nice to see.
Yes, we try to include some new faces and see where we can get with them.
Awesome. You feeling like you've prepped up and everything, feeling good going into your first game?
We could use a bit more practice, but hey, I'm not captain anymore, so don't have to worry about organizing
I
that.
feel, I feel that, dude. I feel that. But talking about Team Ravenclaw today, you
Yeah,
took your first win in a rather dominating performance, I must say.
it was. Yeah.
You definitely secured the momentum early and held on to it. How are you guys feeling going up against Slytherin, which is no team to sleep on. They won their first game. It's kind of the winners of round 1 going against each other. So how are you feeling going into round 2? Any changes? You're going to stick with the same lineup or change the
No,
strategy a
we're
bit, maybe?
swapping it up, giving everybody a chance to play. So
Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
they've got a strong lineup themselves, so we'll just see where we end up with them.
Awesome.
But I'm
Awesome.
waiting
I
for,
I
guess,
do want to
Shoni
jump
to
in
queue.
real quick. We are getting some perspectives from the Hufflepuff Gryffindor game. So it does look like they're live. If we want to jump in, we can. Sorry, you're welcome to hang out too, Smart Bean. No need to leave if you want to hang out for this game. Might have some downtime in
Looks
between
like we showed
too.
up just to see Scourge put the first goal in for Hufflepuff. Scourge off roll here. I won't say off roll, but he's definitely known to be a keeper, so it's definitely fun to see him playing chaser.
Absolutely. And on that note too, Lukey here on beater, which I believe don't
Oh,
usually see. I actually
okay.
have only seen Lukey as a chaser. So definitely
I'm
some
into it.
swaps here.
Love
Really,
to
really
see
just
it.
that, I guess. Yeah, Scourge and Lukey
Yeah.
decided to swap up their roles this time around. It's paying off so far. We do have a 10-0 score in favor of Hufflepuff right now. Snitch race looks pretty close, but Gryffindor does have a slight lead to that. So it will come down to a close catch there if we don't see some seeker deaths, bumps, tackles, which I'm sure we'll see plenty of that coming up here soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, goal by Chad is my dad in the background there. So that's 20-0 to Hufflepuff. I mean, Yeah, Scourge may be playing Chaser this round. I mean, like I said, he is known as a very strong keeper, but the person playing keeper in his place is also no slouch Zayuni, relatively new to the scene, but like, I mean, he doesn't let every goal in. He's a kind of a brick wall himself. He's definitely a steady improvement since I've started playing with him. I've noticed. I mean, I'm not the best chaser, but I definitely have seen some pretty strong chasers struggle against him. Oh,
Yeah.
snitch caught.
There
I'm
is,
not
and
sure.
that's
Is that
and so
Neo?
this
I'm not
goes
sure.
back to what I mean as far as you'll see a lot of times one team more dominant on Quaffle game, one team more dominant on Snitch game, or maybe they're weighing that out. It seems like the Gryffindors here clearly decided, okay, Snitch is their win factor right
Yeah.
here, so they are going to put the effort into the Snitch, make sure they catch it, and it pays off in the sense that they are now 10 points up. So Gryffindor, while not putting a single goal on the board and letting two in, actually, is still winning with that Snitch catch there. It just goes to the importance of the Seeker game. And watching Lukey as beater right now, just hard focus on that Seeker for the Gryffindors, just goes to show that the Hufflepuffs know they need to catch that Snitch now.
Yeah, it's I mean, yeah, they've either got to really hammer home the quaffle and get those goals in, or they've got to kind of put a stop to the seeker of a Gryffindor, or this could go in favor of Gryffindor very easily. But I mean, I like to say, it can still turn around. There's still 3 minutes left in the game, so who knows what could happen.
Definitely. I'm gonna flip us on over to some chaser gameplay here. This is Chad. I apologize. My perspectives look mixed up. This is Rishi on the Seeker
Oh, and
perspective
there's a goal
here.
for There's a goal for Hufflepuff, tying the game up.
Perfect. Sorry, we're gonna flip out of that one there. All right, so we are back to Lukey on Chaser. That seems to be the best perspective that we are getting right now as far as quality. So I'm sorry, I'm Beater. So we're gonna stick on the Beater perspective right now. Gryffindor is in possession of the ball, but Hufflepuff does take it. We see Scourge heading on down the field with the Quaffle, but is tackled by Dynamite Cop. Dynamite there on defense, not letting Scourge through. Worden in possession of the Quaffle for Team Gryffindor right now, heading towards the hoops,
This could
trying to pull him
very
through,
easily
but
turn into another goal.
absolutely. But Chad, it looks like, is the one that got that tackle and passed it off to the keeper, Zai, who has now sent it out to Scourge. Scourge heading straight on back down to try for another shot on hoop there. We are at a
Or just
really close game, 30-30 for Quaffle, and the snitch race is close. Both teams are pretty dead even with this, although I will say Hufflepuff's got a slight edge on there for the snitch. So really, this is going to come down to a snitch race. Because regardless, a minute and a half left. To get the snitch insurance, you've got to put 3 goals on, which Warden is working towards it for the Gryffindors. They are trying to build that snitch insurance just in case. It's going to be a close one here. Gryffindor has to make a decision now. Being behind on the snitch, do they go all Seeker, try and get a kill on the Hufflepuff Seeker Rishi, or do they try and get those points on the board to ultimately get the snitch insurance? We do see some farming as well. That's been a very, very common technique lately, where the chasers will farm hero kicks with the keeper to try and get some kicks on the Seeker. It is a dead close race. I'm going to flip real quick to Rishi to see if we've got a good perspective.
he's
Oh, it
got
is
the
so
fault.
choppy,
There it
but Rishi
is.
gets the catch.
Still possible for Gryffindor to bring this into sudden death, but they're gonna have to get some work done in about 40 seconds to make sure that happens.
Truly, and Scourge in possession, but Gryffindors do take possession of the Quaffle, and it is midfield right now. They are heading down, Worden passing it on up, trying to get the 2 points on the board to send them into overtime, but that was not able to go through. We do have the keeper stopping it and sending it out to Chad. Chad's going to keep that Quaffle down at the other end, I'm sure, just trying to prevent any type of scoring from the Gryffindors. Dynamite, though, does get the block there in possession of Gryffindor. Not enough time on the clock, though, to get those goals. So this is going to be a win for the Hufflepuffs. Hufflepuff over Gryffindor in a 60-40 game. So extremely close still, but it does come out as a victory for Team Hufflepuff.
yes, extremely close. I mean, it just the team who played better took that one. I think it was simple as that. I didn't notice any kind of connection issues from my point of view. So sometimes that can happen. One team can kind of get uh blessed with connection issues and the other one doesn't. and
Definitely. No, it absolutely happens. Um, ultimately, I think that was all about adjustment. These teams had to really take the one game that they get to play against each other and have to decide where they're going to put their resources. Is it in the
Yeah,
seeker? Is it in the chaser? And they did a really good job of balancing that. I mean, you saw Gryffindor acknowledge when they needed to focus one versus the other. Like I said, those hero kicks a lot of times is when the chasers are like, all right, we're gonna drop Quaffle game, or at least someone's gonna drop Quaffle game. Really work on just getting these kicks to knock out the seeker, to prevent that 30-point catch. But yeah, 60-40 game. I mean, that comes down to that's a snitch right there. So
yeah,
really, it is that snitch race, and you saw it. Both seekers were at 100%. It was just about who could put the right amount of pressure on there to capitalize on that catch.
exactly. I think it was Neo seeking for Gryffindor that game. I didn't recognize the username, but I believe that was Neo. So I mean, two very strong seekers. Um,
Yeah.
like yeah, like we keep saying, that really could have gone either way. That was very close. But just to let everyone know, round 3. So I think we're just finishing up round 2. It looks like
Yeah, we've
Gryffindor,
got some
Ravenclaw
gameplay
versus Slytherin is
going.
40 to
I'm gonna
50 in favor of Slytherin.
All right, we
But
do see our
mm,
Ravenclaw at Slytherin. Only 2 minutes left in the
Ravenclaw has a
game, but it's a
crazy
close
snitch
one.
lead, though.
They absolutely do. Um,
It
all
definitely
right, yeah.
feels
So, just over 2 minutes left. Ravenclaw versus Slytherin. Ravenclaw's at 40 points. Slytherin's at 50 points, but Ravenclaw does have quite a lead on the snitch. We did just see another goal go through though for Team Slytherin. Prophecy putting that through, making it 60-40. Slytherin is definitely behind on the snitch. That is evident, but they are only 10 points away from getting that snitch insurance. So they are probably going to be doing what they can to get one more point on the board. Um, Ravenclaw, on the other hand, they are trying to prevent that. They want to get this snitch catch, which will put them 10 points in the lead. Prophecy for Slytherin right now in possession of the Quaffle. We are seeing this from Shade's perspective. Shade being the Ravenclaw keeper currently.
the
Shoni
volunteer
approaching
Ravenclaw keeper.
him. Yes. Shoni approaching with the quaffling is able to sneak past him. Shoni putting 10 points on the board, guaranteeing that snitch insurance. So now, even if or when Ravenclaw catches that snitch as they are closing in, they will still be tied there. Let me see. We've got a beater perspective in Avada. Let's see what Avada is doing to try and make sure we get that catch. Robbo is just at 100%. I am going to flip off there. It is a little too choppy. My apologies. We're going to head back to Shade here. And Robbo
And
catches for
there's the catch.
Ravenclaw. That is 43 seconds left on the clock. Tie game between Ravenclaw and Slytherin. A reminder, these were the two winners from round 1. So the fact that they are neck and neck just goes to show how the fact that they both dominated. Cardi approaching with the quaffle and is able to get an angle on Shade, making Slytherin in the lead 80-70. Now, with that dominating snitch performance, I could guess, I don't know for sure, obviously, if Ravenclaw caught that first snitch or not, but it looks like Slytherin has been doing some major quaffle game this match. So Ravenclaw with 10 seconds left, they have to get a point on the board. Shoni, though, is going to grab the quaffle and launch it down the field to make sure that doesn't happen. Slytherin takes the lead there. 80-70. Talk about a close match. That is one quaffle away.
Yeah, insane game. Would have loved to see it go to sudden death because those are always the best ones in my opinion. But I mean, you can't ask for better. You gotta love it when the teams can kind of stay neck and neck until the bitter end. But congratulations, Slytherin. Great win. But
All right. That is the end of round 2 then. Hufflepuff and Slytherin coming out victorious in that round. Hufflepuff over the Gryffindors and Slytherin over the Ravenclaws. That means going into round 3, Slytherin is currently undefeated, and then Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw each have 1 win, 1 loss, with Gryffindor not being able to take out a win yet. For round 3, though, Gryffindor is going to be facing off against Ravenclaw. So this will be Gryffindor's one shot to take a win in this round robin portion. I will say they've got quite a team to go up against in the Ravenclaws. So they will really have to put in some work to make that happen.
Yep, absolutely. But I mean, Gryffindors have that plot armor. You never know; they could make it happen. It's they still have the chance to turn around, get a dub in today's tournament. But
Absolutely. Yeah, we just need a Dumbledore to pop on down, award some extra points. It's totally fine. It's not cheating at all. Um, No, that's phenomenal. All right. So, for this round 3, let's see. We've seen a little bit from every team so far, so that's great. I'm glad that everyone's got some screen time so far. Let me see if we've got any teams loading up yet. It looks like Hufflepuff Ravenclaw still loading on in there, getting their teams together. Reminder again too, I'm just begging for people to come and talk to me at this point, but hop into the waiting room if you want to chat with us. It is way more exciting to hear your perspective from the pitch than ours here staring at the screen. So please feel free to pop in there if you want to chat with us. We do not bite, I promise. And then Slytherin, I do not have any perspectives from you, and Gryffindor, pretty minimal perspectives. I unfortunately still can't use the one that I have. It is too choppy. So if Slytherin or Gryffindor wants some screen time, feel free to share over with us on our video link. Contact one of us to get it there.
absolutely. And while we wait for the next round to start, we'd love to hear your suggestions for the Black server in general. Any improvements to the server, any improvements to this tournament, the Founders Cup, any improvements to the Black Open, which is just like the month-long house tournament we have. Any ideas for new events? If you want to run a little tournament, if you have an idea, get a hold of us. We'll help you run it. We want to make sure people are getting their stuff out. We want things to happen. You know, the community is slowly shrinking, but as of late, we've seen some new people, so let's capitalize on that. Let's get people playing Quidditch together and playing fun games in general. Any ideas you have, doesn't even necessarily have to be Harry Potter themed, but obviously that is what we like the best. So just let us know. Honestly, we're open to everything. We have a suggestion box channel in the server, so feel free to leave any constructive criticism, ideas, suggestions, anything like that for us. And we just want to continue to make the Founders Cup and all the other events better and better. I think every month we've gotten a little bit better. So we want to just keep that trajectory going. So yeah, just let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Truly, and I can't express enough just while we're waiting for these lineups. I had never played a video game online with people in my life before this one. So if it is at all nerve-wracking for you to get involved in a community, it was for me until finally I just did it. And thankfully it was this community. Great group of people. There are people willing to teach you, show you the ropes. So anyone new looking to get involved with the game, definitely reach out to one of us. And we want as many people as we can to play Quidditch with. So,
Absolutely.
good news, Ravenclaw is currently lining up. So that would be the Ravenclaw versus Gryffindor match. It looks like Hufflepuff and Slytherin is not quite queuing up yet. So I'm going to say we're going to start most likely with that Ravenclaw match here. Let me get us all set up. I have no idea who is playing so far. We've got Vada. Looks like I've got Shade and Avada at least. So we've got beater and keeper perspective for the Ravenclaw game here against Gryffindor. I do not have any Gryffindor perspective, so this will be fully from the Ravenclaw side. Let's get that all loaded up. All right, we are going into game. Kickoff is happening. This is Ravenclaw versus Gryffindor. Starting with Avada's perspective, the beater on the side of Ravenclaw. Quaffle is in possession of Ravenclaws do have possession of the Quaffle. Beater focus is right now on that Seeker game, looking for that first find, which did go to Ravenclaw, and Smart Bean also putting 10 points on the board for Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw taking a 10-point lead in Quaffle, as well as a decent, at least the 5% find bonus for the snitch there.
Yep, the Ravenclaw doing a repeat of round one here with a very quick first goal to start things off. Yet to see if they're going to capitalize on the momentum like they did against Hufflepuff, but I mean, still early. Gryffindor can still make an easy comeback, but just something to note that Ravenclaw is showing similarities to round one here, where they kind of they cleaned up a little bit. So we'll see what happens.
Definitely. We do see Dynamite Cop approaching the keeper. Dynamite being a Dumbledore's army member there as well, going for a shot, but Shade is able to stop him and send it right on back to Smart Bean, who we heard in here earlier with us. Smart Bean then passing that on off to a teammate there. Mooney is in possession of the Quaffle. However, the OTP does make the block for Gryffindors and gets it on out to his chasers. Saffron for Gryffindor heading on down. I do want to draw focus to the Seeker real quick as well. Gryffindor is in the lead. I apologize. I do not know who is seeking for Gryffindor. Do you know who? Trying to catch a name. Not sure who it is. Worden, though, chasing for Gryffindor, does have the Quaffle heading down towards Shade. Gryffindor trying to get some points on the board. He is being hounded by all three chasers, though, trying to catch up to Worden. He aims, but he does not make it through. Ravenclaw back in possession of the Quaffle, did not get that payoff goal.
To anyone curious, the Slytherin versus Hufflepuff game is getting ready to queue up now. We'll switch over when possible, but if anyone is interested in watching that, they can hop into their respective houses VC and just watch the game through there. I'm pretty sure a couple of them are sharing their perspectives in the Discord call, so feel free. But we'd obviously love you to stick around here and listen to Cleet and I talk too.
Definitely. And we did have Mooney putting another Quaffle goal on for Ravenclaw. I'm going to flip us over to the beater perspective. Excuse me, as that Seeker race is getting close here. Gryffindor is approaching that 100%, and Winford for Gryffindor takes out Avada. That is huge because Winford is now protecting his Seeker, who is just about to catch. Gryffindor really needs this catch to happen in their favor. So we are looking now. Both Seekers are probably at 100% right there about to catch, and the Gryffindor Seeker, whoever Q6'd until 4 a.m. last night.
I have a strong feeling that is Neo, but I'm honestly
that
not
was
sure.
my guess, but I didn't want to, just throw out misinformation. So we'll go with Neo. I think you're right. So that is a catch for the Gryffindors. Gryffindor now 10 points in the lead. Again, we see this just happened with the Gryffindors and the Hufflepuffs. They were not having the success on that Quaffle game, but they were able to capitalize on some catches. Now we see some beater on beater action here as Avada is trying to take out Winford. Avada acknowledging that snitch catch was bad for the Ravenclaws, takes a kill on Winford, and Dynamite Cop puts a goal through for Gryffindors. So while they lost a beater, they gained a goal, and Gryffindor is now 20
Pretty fair
points in the
trade-off.
lead with 3 minutes left. Yeah, I think if you ask Dynamite, he would be completely fine sacrificing Winford for his goal. So, no offense to Winford, Dynamite will sacrifice anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, pulling us back here. I'm gonna switch to some keeper perspective. Laying out some play caller rings. Worden approaching Shade with the ball, passing on up to Dynamite. Dynamite putting it through, getting a goal on there. That's 2 in a row for Dynamite, pretty back to back. 50-20. That gives Gryffindor the snitch insurance. And this is pretty big since Gryffindor has lost both their games so far, and Ravenclaw has had a really great showing today. Gryffindor really kicking it up here, not only with the snitch catches, but Dynamite with those goals as well.
Yeah, Dynamite's sneaky, man. He always hangs out in the back, but then every once in a while he just comes out of nowhere and dunks 3, and you're just like, where the
Yep.
hell did you come from? Like,
And Svartbean puts one on for Ravenclaw now. That does close the gap. We are no longer at the snitch of a difference. We are a 20-point difference, meaning if Ravenclaw does catch the snitch, it'll put them in the lead there. So really, Gryffindor ultimately should focus on getting one more goal on the board just to make sure that that snitch is not going to ruin the game for them. And we do see some pass action happening down there. Keeper kicks on the seeker, though. Shay does not want quote unquote Neo to get another catch here. Mooney
shit.
stealing from Saffron, so Ravenclaw not allowing Gryffindor down there. I'm gonna flip us to Beater again. Sorry, Warbeard, go ahead with what you were saying.
I was just gonna say Shade is like one of the top offensive keepers. I mean, you can't get within range of him without him basically landing a kick on you.
Yep.
I know that from experience, having done 1v1s against him, and I usually end up spending more time doing a dirt nap than actually shooting on him. So,
Oh man, and there it is.
oh,
Gryffindor got the catch. That does send them straight up to the lead with 48 seconds, 50 points behind. I feel pretty confident in saying that this is a Gryffindor win, which I will say is not necessarily what was expected.
I'd love to see
Saffron
it though.
trying to seal that with another goal there, putting us at 90-30 with 30 seconds left.
Love to see it though. Love to see everyone get a win. Gryffindor's had some hard games, but I also think this goes to show that the teams are all fairly well balanced. I mean, it just kind of came down to the decisions they made and when, and that affected the wins. But I mean, this just goes to show that Gryffindor is a very comp. There's Dynamite with I think goal 3 of the game to end it.
And that ends
Um,
it. I'm actually going to flip us live while that happens. Congrats to Gryffindor, but we do have our other match going on right now. So let me get that pulled up
we
here.
just started. Perfect.
Perfect timing. My apologies. The teams are wrong at the top. Go ahead and correct me while I fix those, Warbeard. We are going to have
Slytherin versus
Hufflepuff and
Hufflepuff.
Slytherin. Yeah. Yes, Gryffindor took the win 100-30 in that last one. All right, we got some choppy feeds there, so we're gonna flip to Lukey. I apologize; these are the wrong. Boom and boom.
Looks like Lukey is staying kind of midfield, playing the defensive kind of hybrid position. You stay midfield, but if you need to go up, you're available. I personally like playing that, so it's nice to see other chasers utilizing that strat. Um, can be effective in my opinion, but there's a save. See, now he was in perfect position to receive the quaffle, pass it up, and push forward. In my opinion, that's a very good call on Chaser, and we're trying to get a little sneaky shot off, but didn't quite. Oh, what happened there? Okay, we're good.
I was trying to go keeper perspective, but we do not have
Like
it. I
that's the
thought we
quickest
did
DC
here.
I've ever seen. Like,
All right, my apologies. Yeah, so it does look like, unfortunately, we only have Lukey's perspective that I can tell right now. So we are going to focus on Lukey here.
10 points to Slytherin there. I know the top does say Gryffindor, but just imagine it's green. Slytherin just scored. Still
Boom,
pretty early on in the game, so
magic.
there's still time for Hufflepuff. There we go. Still time for Hufflepuff to kind of take the game back here and see what they can do. I mean, they have Rishi on Seeker, so if they can't kind of lock down the Chaser game, they still have a very strong chance with Seeker.
They absolutely do. Now, I am gonna flip us here. This is Rishi. It's not the best quality, but I want to get a little bit of sneaker sneaker game going on here as Rishi approaches that snitch. You can see quite a dominant lead right now. And Zai, the beater, was down for the Hufflepuff team. So that is a detriment ultimately, but with this kind of lead plus Lukey putting one through, making it 10-10, it does look like Hufflepuffs will really be able to capitalize on a snitch catch here, which is going to be super advantageous to them, especially since they are holding the Quaffle game at an even match. We do have Slytherins in possession of the Quaffle, though, and Cardi able to put one through, making it 20-10. So Slytherins are currently leading by 10. However, those Hufflepuffs are creeping slowly closer and closer to that snitch catch, and I do think we will see that happen here soon. Slytherins are probably just doing their best to get the Quaffle points on the board, probably giving up that catch there because it doesn't look like there was too much pressure on the Seeker. Rishi
There's the
makes the
catch for
catch though,
Hufflepuff.
42-20 now in favor of the Hufflepuffs. Again, huge, just like the Ravenclaw Gryffindor game. Ravenclaw had been performing better for the day. Slytherin has been outperforming Hufflepuff today. However, not in this game when it actually matters. They are trying to get a one-timer kick there, and it does succeed.
Oh,
Slytherins with a one-timer pass. Prophecy to Chintasu. Chintasu putting it through with a kick. We are now only 10 points different between the two teams. So Slytherin very much able to catch up with that Quaffle game. However, Hufflepuffs are pulling ahead already with that snitch race. Nice defensive kick there, though, from the Slytherins.
oh,
However,
yes.
Hufflepuffs get possession again, and they
A little
lose
bit
it
of
to
back and
Slytherin,
forth
back to
happening.
Hufflepuff. Back to Slytherin, back to Hufflepuff. We are
Yeah,
now
yeah.
launching it down the field, still in possession of the Hufflepuffs there. It looks like Chad's hands. Chad going for a shot on the goal, potentially, maybe looking for an outlet there, doing a real wide shot. Passes to Scourge. Scourge
Oh,
puts it through, 50-30 in favor of the Hufflepuffs now, and they have a slight lead on that snitch as well. So this is looking like a Hufflepuff game so far. 2.5 minutes left though, and a lot can happen in 2.5 minutes.
Slytherin has the tendency to kind of pull a win out of nowhere. So I mean, I wouldn't, but yes, I am
Yeah,
very excited to see Hufflepuff in the lead here. But have to be a bit of a realist. You never know what can happen. Slytherin has a very strong chaser core, but there's
definitely
Lukey putting in a goal for
beautiful
Hufflepuff.
shot from
That's
Lukey.
snitch insurance right there.
It absolutely is, and they may not even need it as they are leading with this snitch game. Hufflepuffs, we're not gonna take it from these Slytherins. Prophecy, though, in possession of the Quaffle for Slytherin. Looks like he loses the ball, though, gets it back. Chintasu, Chad is my dad, though, makes the tackle there, passing it on back to Lena, the keeper. Kick, though, from the Slytherins. Do not allow it to leave. Cardi getting in possession, not able to make that shot, though. Lena does hold up that brick wall, sending it on out. However, the Slytherins bring it right back in a matter of seconds. We do see some chaser defense happening there, but it wasn't necessary. Lena makes the block herself and is able to get the Quaffle back out to the Hufflepuffs. We do see that snitch race is still maintaining the lead for the Hufflepuffs. Slytherins are in quite a tight spot. They need that snitch catch. They need some Quaffle goals. They need something here to get them back in this game. We do see them heading down for another Quaffle goal, though. Prophecy in possession of the Quaffle, not someone you want to see approaching you as a keeper. He is a tough one, but Lena is
Yes.
tougher today as she is able to make that block and send it out to Scourge, her chaser.
Yeah, Lena is giving some keeper lessons today. Holy moly. She's defending two, I mean, honestly, three of the strongest chasers in the game. Two of them are team. There's the catch for Hufflepuff.
And
Holy.
Rishi.
And Hufflepuff takes the win. I mean, unless
Nah,
Slytherin's got to pull
it
60
is.
out. I think this is the win for Hufflepuff.
This is
Um,
definitely a Hufflepuff win. Cardi's still gonna try and make it work though. Absolutely with a ceiling bounce, but it does not make it
oh,
in. Scourge for the Hufflepuffs. They're gonna probably hang on to that Quaffle, get it on down to the other end of the pitch. We do have some defense though from the Slytherins. Lukey getting the Quaffle back, loses it. Again, this is a bit of back and forth. Ultimately, this game is going to the Hufflepuffs. So that puts us in quite an interesting position now, as we have had not a single team lose every game, which is not something that has happened the past two
this is the
tournaments.
first, which I'm
Um,
excited for.
Absolutely. So we will have to revisit how this goes. Can you explain, Warbeard? Do we have a breakdown of where we go from here? I do
Well,
want to give while you give that, I'm going to pull up just kind of numbers and get a recap of what we've got as far as wins and losses.
Well, I don't think we've ever. This is going to be kind of setting a precedent. A little. We've
Yeah.
never had a situation like this. I imagine it will be the top two place teams will verse off for first and second, and we'll do the other the third and fourth will play for third and fourth. We're gonna take a 10-minute break just to kind of grab some water, kind of figure this out. I strongly encourage everyone to what am I trying to say? Get water, use the bathroom, stretch your legs. We've been sitting for a bit here. We'll be back in give or take 10 minutes. We're just gonna me, Jay, and Cleet here are just gonna kind of deliberate and figure out what we're doing. So yeah, thank you very much for yeah, and we're gone. Okay, sweet.
Open wounds and closing doors. Been here before, not again. We cannot hide our nasty scars. Too many sorries. What would happen now if you stay? You won't know if you walk away. Only heaven will play our song. Now, before you go, can you tell me where the hope has gone? Can you tell me where the love went wrong? Do you remember what it sounds like? We can turn the love back on. We can turn the love back on. We can turn the love back on. Power's out, the truth unfolds. Our naked souls, once again, can make us work with broken parts and silent heartbeats. What would happen now if you stay? You won't know if you walk away. Only heaven will play our song. Now, before you go, can you tell me where the hope has gone? Can you tell me where the love went wrong? Do you remember what it sounds like? We can turn the love back on. 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 We can turn the love back We can turn the love back on. We can turn the love back on. We can turn the love back on.
I always thought you said the day you be the light and make the darkness fade away. Seems like it was yesterday promised me that things would be okay. I thought you cared, but you don't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to you. It never really mattered to you. I thought you would try, but you won't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to you. It never really mattered to you. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to you. Always thought you saved the day. You lead a cavalry and free us from these chains. Seems like it was yesterday when you promised me that things would be okay. I thought you cared, but you don't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to you. It never really mattered to you. I thought you would try, but you won't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to you. It never really mattered to you. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to you. It never really mattered to you.
Hey, Commander, can you unplug me? Just for a minute, I need some privacy. Headset off and stretch your neck out. Down the rocks to her head safe house. Yeah, I remember it all. Leave and shut out my calls. The air was so dusty, her armor getting rusty. She found thoughts she never had. Her young ones were just as bad. They really pulled in a heart, feel like a lady. Think there's a park, cold, rugged, waiting. I can't believe that you
Hello. Welcome back to the Founders Cup. Going into the finals here between Slytherin and Hufflepuff. Just to clarify a little here, some people were under the impression that we use point differentials to decide the standings. That was a thing we had to do last Founders Cup because there was a three-way tie based on wins. So three teams had 2 wins, 1 loss. Um, it so yeah, that's why. So we do apologize for the confusion this time. There was a clear 2 teams. Hufflepuff and Slytherin had 2 wins, 1 loss. Gryffindor and Ravenclaw had 1 win, 2 losses. So that is how that was decided. Yeah, just to clear that up. Sorry if there's any confusion. Yes, we do have a rule book for all these tournaments and stuff where all this is clarified, but I will make sure to post that more frequently just so everyone has easy access to it. But yeah, sorry for any confusion. Ravenclaw and Gryffindor, you did fantastic today. Every game was awesome. All nail biters. Yeah, just wanted to clear that up. We aren't trying to short anyone. We aren't trying to mess anyone around here. We just went with the standings. If there was another 3-way tie, we would have went to point differential. But there was a pretty clear 2 teams had 2-1, 2 teams had 1 win. So that's how we decided it.
Which really is great. The reason that happened is because there wasn't a team that lost every single game today, which
Yes.
is awesome. So it's really great that we came to this result and the reason for it. Everybody had some type of win in there. But yes, Hufflepuff and Slytherin came out a little bit more victorious in the grand scheme of things with their 2 wins each. This, as a reminder, will be a best of 3 as well. Every other game is just a best of 1 for the round robin. But for the finals, we are going to do a best of 3. So we will see at least 2 matches of Hufflepuff versus Slytherin. And if it is a tie, as far as 1 win each, we will go into a 3rd game as well.
Yes. So yes, the finals is best of 3. But yeah, we will wait for the teams to line up here, and we will get right into it.
Perfect.
Yeah, just a reminder. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say, just a heads up for everybody. We only have Hufflepuff perspective for this match so far. If anything changes, I'll add some more on there. But I do just have Seeker Chaser and Keeper perspective from the Hufflepuffs right now. So we'll get those for the game.
Awesome. Just a reminder to everyone to keep thinking about who maybe should be an MVP for this tournament. Who made the best plays, who scored a lot of goals, who caught a lot of snitches, who saved a lot, who made the plays that needed to happen when they needed to happen, who had the best vibe, who was the the go-getter. I mean, there aren't really strict criteria for who you think should be MVP, just who you think should be. It doesn't have to be from the winning team. Doesn't have to be from the top 2 teams here. It could be from any of the 4 houses. Everyone played fantastic today. Everyone who showed up, regardless of skill level, regardless of involvement in competitive, all that. Yeah, I mean, you showed up and you played against some of the best players in the game. So, I mean, every game is awesome. So, yeah, just think about who you think should be MVP for this tournament.
We do see some chat shout outs from people there. I don't want to sway any votes right now. But if you take a look at the chat, there's definitely leaning one way or the other. Some people vouching for themselves, which is just really disgraceful, Dynamite. You should be ashamed of yourself. But no, just kidding. Lots of Lena in there. Of course, we see some Glass as well. But as far as these games go, we are currently creating the team. So it looks like Hufflepuff is getting ready to go up against Slytherin. We're just going to wait for Slytherin to assemble those. I unfortunately do not have Slytherin perspective, so I'm not sure if they are readied up and going or not. But as far as these 2 games here, just a review of their day so far. Hufflepuff, they have lost against Ravenclaw in not going to put it lightly. It was a 100-point loss too. Obviously, they came back in game 2 and 3, or round 2 and 3, with a win against Gryffindor, and they took out a win against Slytherin. So that is important to note here. Slytherin's only loss today has been against Hufflepuff. They beat Gryffindor and Ravenclaw to get them here. So this is just a bit of a rematch of what we did just see in round 3 of Hufflepuff versus Slytherin. We're loaded in here. I'm going to get us started with the Seeker perspective, actually, to see if we can tell who gets that 5%. I will say the perspective is a little bit choppy, so I'll probably be switching to Keeper pretty quickly, but I do want to see if we can tell who gets that first find, and it does go to Hufflepuff's. Rishi gets that first find, that 5%. I'm going to flip us over to Keeper now, as we see Lena there just stealing the ball from the chaser. I couldn't even tell who it was. It happened so
Great
quickly.
save.
But she does get it on out there to her teammates, setting up some rings so that she can get her chasers down there. Scourge in possession of the quaffle for Hufflepuff, approaching that Slytherin side. Looks like a little bit of maneuvering around, obviously difficult to tell from this perspective. Did not quite make it through. Shoni for the Slytherins in possession, but Katie takes it right out of Shoni's hands, heads down towards the other end of the field. Shoni gets it back though, heading up to Lena, throws a shot but misses, and Lena is able to get possession of that quaffle. Lucky miss there from Shoni. Shoni, one of the great chasers of the game. Don't see that a lot, but it is beneficial for the Hufflepuffs. This score is still 0-0. Lena holding down any shots, and then over on the Slytherin side, I am not sure who they've got on Keeper, but they are clearly doing a great job as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure who is keeping for Slytherin, to be honest with you. I think it'll be most likely life size playing keeper for Slytherin. It's great to see you have some teammates
Yeah.
on both teams here. You have Katie and Lena are both on the Rim Reapers, are playing for Hufflepuff today. You have Prophecy and Shoni are playing for Slytherin, and I mean, even if they weren't teammates, those are two of the strongest chasers in the game. I think that's basically undebatable. Great save from Lena there, or recovery from
Definitely.
Lena there.
Another
Uh,
one.
Throwing some
Um,
kicks out.
Truly. We got a beater at half for the Slytherins as well, which is super important when you look at the snitch race, because Hufflepuffs, while the score is 0-0 on Quaffle, Hufflepuffs have a slight lead in that snitch. Shoni going for a back shot and puts it through. Oh, sorry, I thought that was Shoni. It was Prophecy. That passed it off there, and ultimately got that goal through for the Slytherins past Lena. The first goal of the game goes to Slytherins. However, the Hufflepuffs, like I said, still have that lead. It looks like Life Size is actually on Seeker, so not playing Keeper. Life Size is catching up though to Rishi. Rishi at half health right now on the snitch. This is very important kill. If they can capitalize on a Rishi death, the Slytherins will be in a good spot. Currently, Quaffle doing some bouncing around there in the hands of the Hufflepuffs. It looks like a swarm of Slytherins chasing after the Seekers. We have just
Yes.
got everybody going all Seeker for this. I'm going to switch to Seeker,
Oh,
just
and
behind, but
Rishi comes out with the catch.
Rishi does get that catch for Hufflepuff. So even though they didn't have a Quaffle go through, they are still 20 points in the lead, since Lena has been able to hold the Slytherin Quaffle game to only 1 goal.
Which is genuinely impressive given the
Truly.
lineup of chasers they have. Not just Shoni and Prophecy, but Chinchas is in there as well, who is another just infuriating chaser to play against.
Truly, and we see some low health and for the Seeker, and a death. There is a death for the Slytherin Seeker. Life Size goes down. I'm not sure who got that kill, but we do see the
Scourge getting
beater
the
for
goal.
Slytherin is also at half, and a goal for Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff had the beater at half, the Seeker dead, and a goal go through. That was a great little 5 seconds of Quidditch from Hufflepuff,
Yeah,
and they
yes.
maintain that 30-point lead, plus the lead on the snitch too. Shoni is heading down towards Lena, though, to try and even this out a little bit, backing pass to Prophecy. Prophecy not able to put it through the goal. Lena getting the recovery and sending it out to Scourge. we are seeing quite a bit of trouble shooting on Lena from some of the best chasers in this game. So really a testament to Lena, how Lena has gotten them a little shook, it seems,
Yes.
making them fumble a little bit down at the goalpost. Chad putting one through for the Hufflepuffs as well. That does put us at 40 points ahead for Hufflepuff right now, with a slight lead in the snitch as well. Slytherins just took a chunk out of their snitch meter as well. So it does look like, I cannot tell if it was a death, unfortunately. Let me pop over to our Seeker here. No, the Seeker is still going. We've got Life Size versus Rishi right now. They are down at the Hufflepuff side of the pitch. Yeah, Rishi absolutely still has that lead in the snitch game as well. This is going to be big for Hufflepuff. They have got to get get a kill on Rishi, which you see the beater on the other side is doing their best, but unfortunately Rishi is able to avoid all of these bludgers and tackles. I spoke too soon. There's a tackle, and I will say Prophecy putting another quaffle point on the board for Slytherin in the background as well. So we're at 50-20. It is only a snitch difference now, but they still need this kill on Rishi. I'm going to switch off of here back to Keeper just for a bit more clear of a perspective. We do have Prophecy approaching Lena, though, with the Quaffle trying to close that gap, and he is able to put one through. Now we are only 20 points behind. However, that snitch is still looming over the Slytherins. Hufflepuff getting closer and closer to catching, and if they do, that's going to put them 50, 50, I can do math, points ahead. Prophecy going for another shot, but Lena not allowing it as she sends it out to her chasers. In possession of the Hufflepuff team. Chad approaching the Slytherin side of the pitch. And Rishi in the background is able to get that snitch catch that they were approaching that entire time. With 50 points difference and 50 seconds left on the clock, it is not looking promising for the Slytherins in this round.
No, Hufflepuff is definitely having the ideal game one for this best of three. Get a good start against Slytherin. But I mean, also very nice to see Hufflepuff in the finals. They've had a bit of a rough history with these tournaments in the past. So it's very nice to see them in the finals here and doing such a great job. And there's another goal from NK for Hufflepuff. Fantastic. And it looks like, coming down to the last 10 seconds, game one will be going to the Puff. Congratulations, but it is not over. This is a best of three for the finals here. And for
We
good
did just
measure, a
see a
last
big
minute
kill there at
elimination.
the end.
And yes,
Yes,
90-30 to
Lena
Hufflepuff.
celebrating with a murder there at the end. Um, Fantastic job, Hufflepuff. So that puts them, they got a double snitch on there. That gave them the 60 points. Plus, they had 3 goals. I know one of them was Katie on there. Who were the previous ones? We had I'm drawing a blank on my Scourge was on Chaser and Chad. I think they each get one? Is that what that is? Too fast. It went away too quickly. But regardless, they held their own on that Chaser game there. So it was an even Chaser game plus a double snitch on the side of Hufflepuffs. That means that Slytherin, really all they have to do is get one snitch catch. So if they can get this, split snitches even, that would have been a 60-60 game. And it would have at least gone
Yes.
into overtime. So I think that really clearly indicates that Slytherin needs to do their best to get that first snitch catch. Or at least get one of them, of course. But the first one's always the the best to get that early lead and feel a little bit more comfortable. Then you can rack up those quaffle points. But I imagine we will see the swarms that were chasing the Seeker. I imagine we'll see even more of that this coming game as the Slytherins try to make sure they at least get one of those snitches.
Yes. Slytherin, one of the teams with the lower turnout for their roster today, so they don't have as many options with switching out players. My one guess would be they could switch some players around position-wise, maybe try and shake things up. But again, like you said, it basically came down to the one snitch. So I mean, if they can get the one snitch, split them, and score some goals, this could go to game 3, but this very well could be the end of the Founders Cup. We will see once these teams get into game here. But yeah, very exciting start to the finals here for sure.
Absolutely. And really that Quaffle game holding strong is not necessarily something I would have predicted. No shade at all to the Hufflepuff Chasers, but we've got some pretty solid chasers on that
Yes,
Slytherin team, some really well-known names. So the fact that the Chaser squad was able to hold their own, but also Lena, as we've
Lena.
mentioned
Yeah,
multiple times.
definitely
I
have to give
mean,
special mention to Lena there. There were, yeah, some great saves there.
100%. And to the
Locks
point
down.
of,
Yeah,
I feel like these chasers are like I said, even a little thrown off, because Lena is coming out so strong and they are trying some things, but it's just not quite working like it usually does for them. So major kudos to Lena for going up against this chaser squad, and major kudos to this chaser squad for the Hufflepuffs. Now, Slytherin, I
yep.
do want to. I know I'm talking down on Slytherin. Yes, I am a Gryffindor. There's that yada yada yada. They put on a great showing, and they're the winners from
Absolutely.
last tournament. So everyone loves an underdog story. We
Absolutely.
love seeing these Hufflepuffs come in and able to make a great showing, regardless of where it goes at this point. Even if Hufflepuff were to somehow not take this, they have done an amazing job. Making
Yeah,
a name for themselves after,
exactly.
again, that first game, not necessarily the best for them as far as the numbers go, but
Like I
they
said,
took that
they need a
loss.
game to warm up, man. They're
Yeah, that was
Hufflepuffs.
it. You
Take
called
gives
it.
them a minute. Yeah, yeah.
You absolutely called it. They definitely hit the ground running from game two on, or round two on. So good on those Hufflepuffs. Now Slytherin again, not out of this. We just need to see that pressure, I think, switch over to the Seeker. I wish I did have any perspective there to know what we're doing as far as rosters. I'm super curious. Will Slytherin switch things up with their roster? Will they not? I do see some Hufflepuff roster changes. I'm not going to go ahead and say them verbally anything until we really get into the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see some roster changes from both teams in the end as well.
Yeah, I mean, aim of the game with the Founders Cup is to just get people playing. So we kind of encourage everyone to rotate as much as possible. Well, not even just as much as possible. We strongly encourage people to rotate in between games to get everyone playing. This is not all about the win. This is just getting people together, representing their houses, and just having some fun games. So, I mean, Hufflepuff has always been great about that. So, like you said, there's definitely going to be some switch ups, but I mean, yeah, I'm very excited to see what the next game's going to be like.
Awesome. I am gonna pull us over. Thank you, chat, for answering my earlier questions. I didn't even call them out. So Slytherin Keeper. It looks like we've got Glass Keeping, I think is what people are letting us know. And then Life Size on Seeking, which we did ultimately know that here. So that's almost the full Slytherin team. I think that we've got sorted out now to know who is playing on that side. Just some call outs from the chat here too. Gert coming in with the Slytherin Chaser Core. Scary for sure. And I think everyone can acknowledge that this is by no means an easy chaser core to go up against. So truly resilient Hufflepuffs making a showing today. We
Yeah,
do
we
have
will.
them lined up as well. Just to give a heads up to everybody, we should be getting into the game here shortly. Just need them to ultimately pair up.
Absolutely. Yeah, it could. Yeah, all I got is that I'm very curious to see because this is game two. This could go to game three. Slytherin is known to kind of come back out of nowhere.
Yep.
They could maybe be kind of giving themselves a bit of a pep talk right now, and yeah, you never know what could happen.
Absolutely. Um, All right, I do see we have a little delay with the Slytherins getting their team back together. So we are going to go ahead and pop into a short break now. But we will be back soon. In the meantime, for Lena, can everyone please Google what the hell is a Hufflepuff? We need to know. Get the answer in the chat. But for now, we're going to pop off onto a little break here. And we'll be back with the second game of Slytherin versus Hufflepuff.
We have been living in silence, but I see you burning gaze, and how you resent those feelings that you've got for me. Though I don't deserve it, sorry I failed. Nothing in your eyes, all the lights are out. Does your heart beat inside? I used to be drawn like a firefly to a flame, but now we're just sleepwalking. I used to run to, but now we're just sleepwalking. No, 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 but now we're just sleepwalking. I used to run to, but now we're just sleepwalking. I used to run to, but now we're just sleepwalking. Now we got nothing in common, and not a thing to say. Even the spark is gone, something has to change. Now I'm scared to be lonely. Is it just too late for us? Nothing in your eyes, all the lights are out. Does your heart beat inside? I used to be drawn like a firefly to a flame, but now we're just sleepwalking. This time we can't go back. We lost everything we had. Why do we keep going under? I'm trying to hold on to something already gone. Why do we keep going under? But now we just sleepwalking. All I need is 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes with you. Let me give it a one last shot. Will I ever get through to you? Oh, am I wasting my time? Should I leave for the night? It's unclear at the moment. Can you give...
Hello, welcome back. We are kicking off here most of the way through game 2 here. That's on our end. Apologies there, but it's currently 70-20 in favor of Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff has it's getting pretty close on Secret. Hufflepuff has a bit of a win, although there was a bit of a change there. Just then, must have been a hit.
It's on the camera there. All right, we do have, like Warbeard said here, Hufflepuff's taking a pretty dominating lead in the Quaffle and in Snitch here. They have 1 catch and 4 goals, putting them at 70. Slytherin, 2 Quaffle goals, putting them at 20. 70-20 in favor of the Hufflepuffs. Snitch race is pretty close. Hufflepuffs have a slight lead there, though, too. As we said going into this game, Slytherin has to split snitches. They already lost the first one. They are going to have to catch this second snitch if they want any shot against these Hufflepuffs, because right now, a Hufflepuff catch ends the game. Speaking of, Slytherin is heading on down and able to put another goal through. Cardi, I believe that's the second goal of the game so far for Cardi, putting Slytherin's only 40 points behind. So this is winnable, especially as they creep ahead in the snitch race. Clearly some damage being done on the Seeker, though, as you see flying right there in front of Lukey. We saw a Seeker very low health. Lukey Chaser still trying to keep those Hufflepuffs in the lead there as they are in possession of the Quaffle, but they lose it. Chad, though, with possession, lost again. There's a lot of back and forth with this Quaffle, and that is why the snitch is so important, because right now, 70-30, if they are able to stop this Hufflepuff catch, then they could still make it back, but they have to stop this catch. Right
Yes.
now, we do see some goals happening, or goal attempts from the Slytherins, and if I'm being honest, I'm not sure that they, well, in fairness, they do need another goal to get that tie even with the snitch catch. But right now, we are just getting closer and closer to Rishi catching that snitch. Let me see if I have Rishi perspective. I do. We are going to hang on to Rishi's perspective here, as it will end the game if Rishi makes this catch, and Rishi does.
There it is.
Rishi ending the game for the Hufflepuffs, 100-0. They won both a double snitch catch and 4-3 in Quaffle game. So I would absolutely consider that a dominant win from our Hufflepuffs. And
Yes.
even more exciting about this, they are new champions to the tournament, are they not?
Yes, they are the new Founders Cup champions for I keep forgetting if it's the second or the third, but either way, they are the
Third.
champions for this month.
Yeah, we had
Technically the
a
third.
Gryffindor win, we had a Slytherin win, and now we've got a Hufflepuff win.
Now
That
it's
means
Hufflepuff.
next
Ravenclaw, you're up next.
one.
Congratulations, Hufflepuff. Way to go. I am only slightly biased in being a little stoked about that as a Hufflepuff myself. Really nice to see them win. They put together a fantastic team. And I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah, congratulations to Hufflepuff. I mean, yeah, I mean, I got nothing. That was just great to see him finally take it. Honestly, after
No, truly.
some not
that was-
great ones in the past. Like I said, it's just nice. As I said, a Hufflepuff myself, it's nice to see him take it.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Truly, and luckily we have a Hufflepuff ready to chat with us. Chad is my dad, is in our waiting room. We are going to bring him in here. Hello, Chad. How are you doing today? Chad?
Might have
Hello.
to mute him here. There he is. Hello, hello.
How you doing, man?
Doing all right. Doing all right. How are y'all doing?
Good, good.
Fantastic. Congratulations, fellow Puff, for taking the win today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so talk to us about that game, that set, especially against the Slytherins. I mean, obviously, give us any insight through the whole day, but that last match there, what did Hufflepuffs do to be able to pull out that win?
Yeah. So the first one, we felt pretty confident in. Obviously, Rishi's like Goated Seeker. So we were just like, let's not get cooked on Chaser. That was really our agenda.
Mhm.
Let's just not cook, get absolutely smoked because their Chaser core was insane with Shoney, Prof, and Cardi that first game. And we split on Chaser, which was really great. And Rishi caught twice. So that strategy worked. The second one, they switched things up, had Shoney seeking, Prof beating, which is obviously a really great duo there. So we had to change dynamic a little bit, focus a little more on defense. But even then, we were able to get the goals we needed to focus on Chaser a little more earlier in the game.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we had talked about that going into the second game that the Slytherins were gonna have to do something to really get that snitch catch because Rishi doubling, I mean that kind of sealed the fate for him. I feel because you guys were able to hold your own on Chaser so well.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And he doubled the second game too. So clearly, whatever
Yeah.
they didn't work.
Yep.
And that just left us Chasers a little more room to breathe as well.
Absolutely. And I am going to go ahead and let's bring in Lena. We have Lena, the keeper from the Hufflepuffs. We saw a lot of Lena in the chat when we were talking about MVPs who came through. I'm sure Chad is in agreement there. Lena's strong keeping was a huge part of the Hufflepuff win there. Lena, hello.
Hello.
How are you
Thank you for
doing
casting.
today? Yeah, how you feeling?
Um, I'm feeling great. I wanted to smash my head against my keyboard against Ravenclaw, but now I feel better. Really.
Well, like I said in the cast, the Hufflepuffs we just need that warm up game, and then we're good to go. So
Yeah.
that was your warm up game, and then you went on to crush the rest of the game. So I mean, congratulations from one puff to you guys. It was great to see.
Thank you so much. It was my first tournament with Black
Oh,
Plague,
nice.
and I had a lot of fun.
Awesome,
It's nice to play with other puffs.
awesome. Love to
Definitely.
see it.
That's one of my favorite parts of the community, honestly. We've got these few different servers, and obviously you've got your team on this server and then your house on this server, and it's nice to be able to play with all of these different people as well. And not just, love my team, but not just play with my team all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
nice mix up for sure. So,
Perfect.
Mm.
question to both of you: if you had to pick one specific game from the games today, what was your standout game? I mean, the obvious answer would be the one you just played where you clinched the victory. But if there's another one, feel free to tell us about it.
I would say the first game against Slytherin. Lena was on an absolute heater, right? Because against those chasers, like they probably got more shots off than us, and that's just the nature of the way they play. But Lena did an amazing job in goal and was able to keep it pretty even for us. Few opportunities that we did get, so that one stood out to me. And luckily, I know you just said you played with different teams. Fortunately, Lena's my keeper on my L7 team, so and that's a huge positive.
Thank
Definitely.
you,
Yeah,
Chad.
you're right about that game too. That Lena, truly, that game
Yeah,
specifically, they were just on and on and on and kept going for more, and you just kept blocking them. Truly phenomenal performance that game.
Thank you so much. But I also have to shout out on the rest of the team because we are winning and losing as a team. Rishi did a magnificent job, as always, I would say. It was nice to Zayuni and Irie also to secure the catch with their savage beating. We'll say it as well. And also, something that really surprised me is our positioning. Even though we are not used to play together, most of the team, there are 3 Rim Reapers, but anyways, I feel like because we had such a good level on the team, positioning just went smoothly. So
A
yeah,
very
positioning.
important and
Mm.
underrated part of Quidditch for sure is positioning, being in the right spot at the right time, and that communication between your teammates too. And kind of what you were saying, Chad, you're used to playing with Lena, so you probably have some of that nonverbal communication. And that's definitely something you develop as playing with each other for sure.
Yeah, and I think
Definitely.
it's also a strength of the Hufflepuff. I feel like the communication went very smoothly. There was no ego game on who is scoring more, or it was really a team effort. When we say don't score, people were not scoring; they were farming. You know, it was about the team, not about the scores.
Yeah,
necessarily.
you could see it in the games too. Like every time it looked like you might be losing the favor kind of thing. You seem to pull it back. There was one time I saw the Rishi lost a pretty good chunk of seeker meter, but like it was very quickly brought back, and then he ended up going to catch it, obviously. But yeah, very impressive to see. Especially after Hufflepuff's kind of bad luck the last couple times in this tournament. So it's really great to see Hufflepuff kind of pull a win out and take the Founders Cup home.
Yeah,
I,
GG to
Yeah.
everybody.
while we're on that topic, real quick before we get you out of here too, I would love to hear from both of you. Obviously, it's great to talk to the winning team here, but do you two, especially since you've had the chance to play against every single team today, any shout outs you want to give? Anyone really give you a hard time or anything like that that you'd like to give them their props?
Teddy.
Eddie.
Teddy ready? Yep.
Teddy,
Yeah.
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 Won't be the
I
last
think
time we face each other on the pitch. It'll be harder next time.
yeah.
I promise you that.
The Ravenclaw team gave us a bit of a fit. They won in all facets against us. I think we were kind of I don't want to say happy that Slytherin won because they're a great team too, but I don't know if we wanted to see them again because their play style countered us pretty well.
Yeah, and I think
Uh,
that's what's really important here too is the play style counter. It's not just pure skill, it's what type of game. Sorry, Lena, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh, no problem. I just wanted to shout out Aina too, because I think
Mhm.
it was maybe her first tournament. She's quite new. So yeah, just participating in let's just say we all sweats here. We say it's casual, but it's a big level here, and shout out to her for participating and engaging also with us. And it's not
Absolutely.
easy when the community is already formed and bonded to just come in new, but yeah.
Yeah, it's no easy task going into your first kind of competitive game like this and having to seek against Bravo, who's a great
Yeah.
seeker as well. Yeah, I wouldn't do that, and I have too many hours, and I'd like to count on this.
Yeah, and I will note she was like a last minute kind of addition. She got told asked about 20 minutes before the tournament started. She was on the list, but got in a little late. But as every team did, there were a lot of dropouts kind of last minute. So, but she was brought in like I want to say half an hour before, so no prep time, and came in, did the thing, and yeah, definitely congratulations to them.
Awesome. All right. Well, as far as Hufflepuff team goes, any final remarks as the new champions of the Founders Cup? Anything you want to leave us with before we start wrapping up?
What the hell is a Hufflepuff?
I don't
When
know.
you find out, you let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. 10 points to Hufflepuff when you figure it out.
Awesome. Well, Hufflepuff, they, as the chat pointed out, are great finders, and Rishi did find that snitch very well today. So congratulations to the Hufflepuff team. Chad, Lena, thank you for popping in here and talking to us about your experience today.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for the streaming and setting this up.
Yeah,
Thank you so
absolutely. We hope to
much.
see you next time.
For
Yeah,
sure.
woot. Bye, guys.
See
Bye.
ya.
All right, Warbeard. So, thoughts overall from you directly. Where are we heading next? Wrap up the
Oh,
tournament for
well,
us.
definitely been have some notes to make things better for next time. We're just gonna work on getting more people involved. Maybe spice up the lineups. I know some people have played every edition of this tournament, so not to not let them play next time, but it'd be nice to see some new names. So that's definitely something we're gonna work on. Uh, Promoting it a bit better. That's gonna be something we're gonna work on. Yeah, but I think overall this went pretty well. There was a little bit of confusion with rules and stuff. So any apologies to any disappointment or anything that has been caused by that. That was not our intention, but yeah, just things like that. We're just going to work on just making it better bit by bit. Thanks to Jay dodging, working in the background this whole time. Kind of keeping us on cue and doing all the production and everything. He's Cracked Media is his Discord server. They do, like I said, they have a bunch of tournaments they're throwing. Congratulations to Hufflepuff. Congratulations to Slytherin, Gryffindor, and Ravenclaw as well. You all played amazing. Everyone turned up, played great. Reminder, think about who you think the MVP of the tournament is. We're going to take nominations for that. I'm going to set up a little channel, and I'll make an announcement, all that stuff, so everyone knows where to submit names, and we'll just kind of take the top, I'm not 100% sure, top 5, maybe, people, and we'll split the vote down to there. We'll figure it out. Actually, something I almost forgot about. Right before the tournament started, a certain someone on the community, I'm not sure if they want to be known, so I won't say their name, but they approached me and said that they wanted to put a little money on this. So Hufflepuff will be receiving a surprise cash prize for winning today. This is very last minute, so thank you to the anonymous donor. If they decide they want to be known, I'll make sure to tag them in some sort of announcement, but we will figure out amounts and everything. As I said, this is very last minute, but we want to kind of make it a bit of a surprise. And I feel like we've kind of set a precedent by doing this, so maybe there will always be some kind of small cash prize for the winning house from now on. I mean, I think that's something very manageable. Not to make it too much about money or anything, but it's always nice to win a bit of cash. So yeah, congratulations, Hufflepuff. I guess we could have told them that when they were in here, but you were doing such a good job with the interview.
I forgot.
I didn't want to interrupt you. So we'll be contacting the whole of Team Hufflepuff about that to get a bit of cashola. And yeah, reminder again, make sure you vote for MVP, submit some points. We're going to be doing a tally up for the Black Lake Open, but it's looking like, unless someone comes out of nowhere and submits a couple hundred points, that Ravenclaw will be taking that this month. With, I think, I'll double check just before we end up leaving here, but it is the final standings. There's still a couple hours, but the final standings so far are first place Ravenclaw with 823 points, which is bonkers. Slytherin's not far behind, though, with 728 points this month. Gryffindor in third place with 215 points, and then Hufflepuff last, fourth place with 184. So, unless Slytherin comes out of absolutely nowhere and puts in 100 or so points, it looks like Ravenclaw will be taking that, which means they get. Also Hufflepuff gets a 50-point bonus from winning the Founders Cup for next month. And but Ravenclaw takes home the Black Lake Open this month. Hufflepuff takes home the Founders Cup this month, and we hope to see you all next month. Cleet, do you have any final?
Yeah,
words?
just an invitation out. As we talked about, we had a newer player join today. First tournament. If it's something you're interested in, feel free to reach out. I see some people on 3v3. So if you are looking to get more involved with the game, it is still, happening right now. There is still Quidditch going on, so you absolutely can get involved with that. But I think most importantly, to the Hufflepuffs, congratulations and congrats on the prize win. If there was anyone in your life growing up that told you you would never make money off of Quidditch, you
They're a
can message
liar.
them and tell them that they were wrong.
Yeah.
Congrats on your win today. Looking forward to more Quidditch coming.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much from the Black Lake Quidditch Association, Cracked Media, myself, and Cleet. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good night, everyone.
When I go in the arena, make the ground shake, make the ground scream. Me feeling no conquer enemy. Bring the fire when I fight to the melody. Blood fire, you beginner, keep on the game. me a winner. Your man them know me a leader. When I come in the arena. 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 When I go in the arena, make the ground shake, make the ground scream. Me feeling knock out the enemy. Bring the fire when I fight to the melody. Blood fire, you beginner. Keep on the game, me a winner. Your man them know me a leader. When I come in the arena. 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 When I come in the arena.